With that being said, Andrew, could you come off mute and introduce yourself to the community? Let them know how long you've been doing content creation and your first thoughts about automation before we get deeper in.
All right. Hey, everyone. I've been a content creator for the majority of my life. I started content creation as a kid, literally like knee high to a grasshopper, doing family videos and stuff. I was one of the first 100,000 YouTubers when it was founded, and I've been on the platform for 20 years. I've been an Amazon influencer now for 2 years. In 2 weeks will mark the beginning of my third year. So I've been doing this for a little bit now when it comes to Amazon and the influencer program. I actually got started thanks to Dan Courier and a few of the other influencers in the community. They were the ones that showed me how to get in, what to do, what not to do, and then I've picked up my own experience from there. When it comes to automation, there's a lot to consider. What tools you're going to use, why you want to use them, and how are they actually going to help you or hinder you. Myself, I use a couple different tools that help me automate some of the process. I was using if this then that for a while, but I'm not using that anymore for the aspect of automatically posting videos for me. And this is because when you think of the aspect of wanting to use a tool to make things simpler for you as a creator is good, but you also have to consider what these tools do and how they're going to affect you. For an example, when I first started using if this then that, it would automatically trigger when I had a video go public on YouTube, and then it would post to my other social media pages. This is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. Thanks to Carrie Campbell for posting into our Logi and influencers groups not too long ago about automations. I went in and read that and actually figured out that article was going to help me in the long run. In the article, they discussed each of the platforms and how the algorithms react to creator engagement, such as if you natively post yourself onto X or Facebook, it will see that a human posted and it might push it out more. Whereas if you automate that and have if this then that trigger and post to X or Facebook, it recognizes that it's from a third-party tool, which in their algorithm is going to push you down further in the list. Meaning, no matter how much SEO you have, no matter how much engagement you have on YouTube or the platform, it's not going to push that content out. So, in some aspects, automations can be helpful, but they can also hinder you. And in this article, they discussed about how it hinders you. For an example, X, if you have an external link within your post, it is not going to get pushed out to anyone. They don't even care if it goes to your own followers. Same thing with Facebook. If you post natively onto Facebook and you have your main body of your content and then you have a link in that content, it might show to maybe 10% of your audience on that platform, but it's not going to go any further. By that third-party tool being used, it sends a signal to the algorithm that will say, hey, this ain't native, it's not coming from them, it's pushing them away from our platform. We don't want that. We want you on our platform. And in that case, they're going to push out more native content and push your automated content right out the window and hide it as best they can. So the only way your viewers are going to see it is if they actually go to your page and view it there. This can be good and bad because now you're forcing your audience members to have to go to your page to view things because the algorithms aren't pushing it out. So with that, you're potentially losing sales because your content that you could be automating could be posting one, two, three times a day, once, however often, and all that content's just going right out the window. Maybe you only have 5 people who see it. Maybe you have 10. You could have that same post on a different platform that you posted yourself rather than having the tool do it, and it could reach 100,000 people. There's no telling really on which ones are or which ones aren't, because no matter what platform you're on, other than per se YouTube, they're all going to hinder you to some degree. I found that helpful to know when I read that article because now when I post to Facebook, I have no automations at all. I go through and take the sweet, agonizing time to go through, make my post, upload the video, and then I immediately comment underneath my original content in the comments with my links. This allows my content to go out to my audience and they can still access my link without the algorithm going, wait, you're sending people off platform. So, in that sense, I have managed to offset that algorithm change from it hindering me to now it helping me because I am not going to let the algorithm go through and stop every automated post from getting out to my audience. So, in that aspect, you have to decide on what's going to help you and what's going to hinder you. Do you want to save time from doing something and find out later that it's not working in your favor, like I did? Or do you want to figure it out quicker rather than later, do an experiment, and be able to learn what's happening and how it's going to help you? Because I literally was losing bank between all of the platforms because it was not getting pushed out anywhere at all from if this then that. Now, when it comes to like my websites, my blog uses a tool called Jetpack. That tool automatically posts every blog article to my social media for Twitter and Facebook, X, whatever you want to call it. Those ones actually seem to do better from Jetpack than they do from If This Then That, which makes no sense because they are both automation tools, one being from a website, one being from a social media platform agnostic website. So you can use If This Then That with just about anything. There's thousands of different automation tools that you can use for social media, AI tools, all kinds of stuff. They've got partnerships with thousands of different companies. So if this then that can be a great way to utilize a automation tool in some aspects, but not in all aspects when it comes to being an influencer. Jetpack works great. I post a blog article, automatically shoots blog articles right over to my social media, so that's one less step I don't have to do. And then I don't have to worry about linking in that article to the products I have on Amazon, anything like that, because that automated post is just a quick link for them to go straight to my blog. And that has actually increased my sales compared to the if this then that post, which bottom lined them. They didn't want to do nothing with those. Yeah, it took me a minute to figure that out, especially because that's all I was doing for the first year and a half until Carrie posted that article. And when I seen that article, I about fell over because it's okay. I've literally been in the program for a year and a half, and I just now figured out that all this automation that I've wasted my time on has screwed me. I missed thousands and thousands of dollars in sales, all because I was trusting that automation tool. Oh, yeah, I admit I was a beginner when it came to that one. I made that very big mistake that I just thought, yep, cool, automation tool. I'll hook this up, set everything up, and just set it and forget it. And everything's going to be sunshine and rainbows. And I'm just going to go, bring me the money, bring me the money. And it was the complete opposite of going, where the hell is my clicks? Where the hell are my sales? How come I have a negative month? And then you turn around and you go in and you look at all your analytics and you're like, wait a minute. I just spent how many hours doing all this automation work and it's been posting for how many days and not one damn click. Not one. Zero. Zilch. Nada. So I had to figure out a way immediately to make that change. Because we all know when it comes to being influencers with Amazon, you have a bad day like that to where you're literally not making even 10 cents, or you end up in a situation like I was and you have 10 products returned in a day and you go $20 negative in the hole or more. That becomes catastrophic for us, especially for those who may not be earning as much. Now, I know some people who are within our community here today that make thousands per month. I'm lucky that I've only made a couple $100 a month. On average, I make anywhere between $150 to $300 a month just from on-site. And to have a catastrophic day to where you're losing anywhere from a third to a half of your amount because of an automation screw up, that could ruin our business, our income, our livelihood as influencers, especially if you're not diversifying to have multiple income streams. And that's where that article that Carrie posted really came in helpful because I changed up my entire content creation strategy for uploading and posting because of that. I wanted to say on that, with the SEO, everyone, whether you're an influencer or not, as content creators, you should focus always on SEO, because the instant that you focus on your search word optimization, you're going to increase your reach, because many people think that, oh, if I just do the SEO, it's going to help with this platform. No. SEO helps you in general because every website gets indexed on Google and all the other web hosting platforms and search engines. So by optimizing your SEO, whether it's on Amazon for posting your videos and pictures, or YouTube or Facebook or X, whatever, optimize your SEO. That way, when it goes through and gets indexed, your stuff will show up in search, no matter where it's posted. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the experiment. Like Amazon does to us on a regular basis with this top carousel, no top carousel, bottom carousel, no bottom carousel.
Hidden
You know,
videos. You got to click on
yeah.
the videos tab. I'm like, what is happening?
They're always screwing with us with experimentation, so that should be a clue for you too. Experiment, because you can do it now, and it. Okay, Altavis was saying earlier, 1 month to 3 months, 30 days to 90 days. I've seen people literally just in the last couple months. Oh, I tried this for a week, but I don't know if it's working. Well, why? You do something for a week and you say, oh, I don't know if it's working, so I'm going to quit. That's not going to help you experiment. That's not going to help you figure out whether or not something's working. So at least, at the very least, 1 month, at the very minimum, because ought to be said, you can compare this month compared to last month, last year, when you did that. That way you can compare. Okay, last year I didn't use this tool. This year I did do this tool for the same month. And you can see a difference between, did you get sales more this year or last year?
It
Or
is.
did you get more engagement this year versus last year? Because just getting conversions for sales doesn't necessarily mean anything. If you can get more engagement
That's it.
off of those posts, you're more likely to get sales in the future because of that engagement. But seeing how we were just on the topic of AI, you want a way to figure out some stuff? Go on to ChatGPT. Talk to ChatGPT. Give it a little bit of information about you, what you do with your content, where you're posting your content, all that good stuff. Have a conversation with GPT and it will spit you out a schedule, lickety split, going here. This is how you do things for the next year. And you can sit there and ask about copyright. That way, you don't have to come up with your blog post titles, your SEO. You can have the AI do all of that, and then all you have to do is put it into action. A lot of people have issues with ChatGPT. They don't know how to work with it. I'll tell you right now, I'm not an AI expert, but if you talk to that AI like a regular person, just like you are right now with me, that's all you have to do. You can get answers with just having a regular old conversation with the AI. You don't have to be specific in your prompts. Some people will say, oh, you have to have this long prompt specific to what you want to get. You don't necessarily have to. I just have a regular old conversation like it's me and a friend. And I've gotten thousands of answers, and I put everything into documents. So I've got hundreds of pages that are filled with answers from GPT. And like you Altavis are always saying, know your numbers, know your numbers. I took all my stuff for the data for the last 2 years, got rid of all the identifying information such as Amazon IDs, purchase dates, all that good stuff. But I took that, put it into a spreadsheet, and then I fed it right into GPT and said, here, tell me about this.
Oh,
Tell me about the sales for the past year. When was my good day? When was my bad day? What quarter had the most earnings? What products are my top five? What products are my top 10 sellers? You can do so much with ChatGPT with just a little bit of information and a quick little simple prompt. It'll blow your mind.